Welcome back. In this final tutorial, I will focus on using data and analytics to facilitate more effective operational performance. The following topics will be covered: measuring the health state of communities and file libraries, identifying and preventing daily work disruptions, applying quick win improvements, provision of operational reports. With proactive monitoring, you make sure issues are addressed immediately, prevent the occurrence of unexpected emergencies, and enhance the user experience. In addition to this, you are ensured that there is preventative maintenance in your platform. Let's start with managing the communities and taking care of the community ownerships. We will focus on communities with no or only one owner because these particular ones need our attention to endorse the content and the usage. Otherwise, they might end up as orphaned communities, inundate the environment, and increase operational costs. Consequently, it is recommended to assign at least 2 owners to each community to ensure optimal operations. To get to the Community Owners Distribution Gauge, click on the Community Analytics, Community Overview in the navigation menu. In the Community Owners Distribution Gauge, you can instantly see how many communities in your organization have no or only one owner. The gauge is shown in the lower right corner within the Community Overview dashboard. In this setting, there is one community with no owners and 18 communities with one owner. Communities with no owner should be handled first. Clicking on the No Owners segment in the donut chart will automatically take us to the Community List dashboard and show the corresponding communities in the list view. The list view provides the name, building capabilities, the URL, tags, and most importantly, when it has been created, last modified, and how many followers as well as active users are part of the community. It is possible to add further parameters by picking these from the menu below the Columns button. This community was created and last modified on the same day and does not have a single owner, member, or follower. Usually there are 2 reasonable options to continue. Number 1, forward this information to an adoption expert in charge, suggest to assign a new owner, and promote the community as part of an adoption strategy. Number 2, reparent the community to become a sub-community of another community. Please note that this makes sense only if the tags or content are similar. In general, it is reasonable to assign at least one new owner. However, in this particular example, I would choose to reparent the community because it was created and last modified on the same day and does not have a single owner, member, or follower. Now let's continue with the communities with one owner. To do so, navigate to Community Overview in the navigation menu and click on Only One Owner in the Community Owners Distribution Gauge. This will automatically show the 18 communities with one owner in the Community List dashboard. A combination that needs special attention here are communities with one owner and one member, usually the same person. Almost certainly, these communities need additional activities to attract more users. Should there be some, then it is advisable to position them at the beginning of the list. To sort the communities list, beginning with communities with one owner and one member, just click on the Members column and click on the Sort control. Now, the list shows communities with one owner and one member at the top. This list should be forwarded as an Excel sheet to an adoption expert who will determine the optimal next steps to prevent daily work disruptions. To export the list, just click on the Excel button on the upper right corner of the table. The Excel file generated is accessible below the navigation menu on the left-hand side. Great, first 3 topics have been completed. Next, we'll take care of the file libraries. 2 aspects are particularly important in this context. Ensure sufficient library quota so users can use file libraries without any restrictions, prevent information pollution by managing and identify files with no active owner. To check the quota status of the file libraries, navigate to File Analytics, File Library Overview in the navigation menu. The File Library Overview dashboard includes 4 gauges. The upper 2 gauges show the status of file libraries divided in count by type and size by type. In each gauge, the total number of file libraries is broken down to enabled and disabled personal libraries as well as community libraries. The gauges below show the file library utilization divided in personal, at this point enabled plus disabled, and community file library utilization. In both gauges, you can quickly see how many file libraries have already reached what percentage of the quota. If the donut chart segments are colored yellow, orange, or red, the libraries are close to or breaching their quota. In this setting, 2 personal file libraries and 9 community libraries are close to reaching the limit, and immediate action is essential. By clicking on the Details button, we immediately get to the file library list and can see the affected libraries here. First, we'll start with the personal file libraries. We want to find the personal libraries that are enabled and have the highest quota percentage. With 1 or 2 clicks into the type column, the personal entries are on top. Next, we sort the result list by the highest percentage. Important, I keep the Control and Shift keys pressed while clicking the percentage key until the personal libraries with the highest percentage are on top. Finally, we sort the result list by enabled. As before, I keep the Control and the Shift keys pressed while I click the column state until the personal libraries with the highest percentage, which are enabled, are on top. As a result, 2 affected personal file libraries are at the first 2 positions in the list. In the column ratio, we can see that the progress bar is already far in the red area. Obviously, almost 100% of the quota is reached in both cases. In addition to this, warning is displayed in the column info. It is now easy to see who are the users, how many files have been uploaded per user, as well as the maximum file library size and the current size. The same procedure can be applied to find the 9 community file libraries. Sort by type, hold the Control and Shift key, and sort by percentage to classify the affected communities. Now, you have all the info you need to proactively manage and extend the corresponding quota. Consistent cross-checks will ensure that sharing files will be fail-safe in your Connections environment. Finally, let's make sure the system will not be polluted with orphan files. To view the list of orphan files, just click on the File Analytics Orphan Files link in the navigation menu. The Orphan Files dashboard contains 2 gauges and a list of orphan files, if they exist. Within the gauges on the top, you can immediately see that 74 personal files are orphaned and the total file size sums up to 254 megabytes. All 74 files are listed in the table below. Now, how should we handle these files? The column Shared Status shows us if the file is a public or private one. Sort Public. A public file without an owner or editor cannot be changed or removed by anyone. Over time, it will lose its relevance and or accuracy and cause information pollution. By identifying and managing these files, for example, assign a new owner, you can prevent this from happening and keep the list as narrow as possible. Sort Private. Orphaned private files don't have an owner and are not shared with anyone. That means they are not relevant to any person and can most likely be deleted. Regular monitoring and care of the communities and file libraries provides the following benefits. Your network is up and running as effortlessly and effectively as possible. Peace of mind knowing that the health of your platform is monitored and maintained. Better understanding of the platform utilization. Your users' productivity is ensured. You're now ready to start all on your own. If you have any questions, just visit us at panagenda.com. Thanks for watching.